What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. This chick, Mowry, is unreal. I mean, there cannot be a more self-destructive woman on the face of the earth. Can't be. You know, you guys send me all of the latest insight and understanding on helping me to know what's going on, because without you, I'm not familiar. And so obviously I put it up on my Instagram to see what it is that you guys are looking at. And she got her I am strong woman pose. You know what it is. And then right after that, you know, I don't care to look at her story. But let me read what this says. It says, a word from me, since narratives are being made without my consent. What does that mean? What does it mean narratives are made without my consent? We can have an opinion based off of what you put out publicly. So if you go out here and you announce, hey guys, look at me, I want attention, I'm a woman, hear me roar. Hey guys, look at me, I'm getting a divorce and I'm leaving my husband. Nobody asked you for that information. Nobody asked you to share it. Nobody asked you for your feminist narrative as far as continuing to go on these talk shows and having these conversations and continuing to give your insight and your understanding, which is incredibly misguided, to continue to lead people down the wrong path. And so you felt as though you had a voice. And so people can then publicly comment and have an opinion as a result of it, considering that you shared it, right? So let's read it. A word from me in capital letters, like we supposed to give a fuck. Me, since narratives are being made without my consent. We need your consent to have an opinion? I thought this was a free country. It said, hear it here and only here. Okay, hear it here and only here. I'm sorry. Let me make sure. I'm a C student. I'm a little slow. Just because the dating life is complicated, and this chick don't even know how to, I mean, literally ChatGPT could have did a better job, Grammarly or whatever. Because if you can see it, it's actually got a period right after that. Just because the dating life is complicated, period, doesn't mean I'm going to go back to something that no longer served me. I was supposed to be a comma, but let's start there. Let's dissect this. Just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean I'm going to go back to something that no longer served you. That right there is problematic in itself. A marriage, and this is the reason why I keep telling y'all to stop following these celebrities, because they have no clue of what it's like to be successfully married. Just because they get married, just because they have children, does not mean that they abide by principles, ethics, morals, standards of things that then allow for you to be successfully married. And so y'all got to stop worshiping and following these celebrities because they can't give you no game on how it is that you're supposed to move. And so I see all of these little dumb women in the comments supporting it, but they being led down the path too. Just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean I'm going to go back to something that no longer served me. You mean your husband, whom you decided to have children with, is no longer serving you. And so as a result, you decided to go out here and do what you wanted to do. All right, cool. I'm going to go back to something that no longer served me. That's like implementing, if I don't book an audition as an actor right away, that's like, let me read this again. That's like implementing, if I don't book an audition as an actor right away, I'm going to give up on my dreams. Please just stop. Well, newsflash for you, baby girl. Some people never make it in whatever it is that they're trying to get into, right? I know guys that's still trying to be 50-year-old rappers. And they are irresponsible adults as a result of it. Once you go past a certain threshold, or once you get past a certain part of life, you have to start doing the thing that's responsible, or you can be responsible and chase your dreams at the same time. But just because you keep trying to do it don't mean that you're talented and that's for you. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to recognize when you're not good at something and start to get some insight and information on how you can move a little bit differently. But let's continue. Please just stop. I ain't that weak. If you wasn't that weak, then you wouldn't be sitting here having a conversation, getting mad at people commenting on things that you publicly shared. Please move on because I have. No, you hadn't. No, you haven't. Thank you. Next. Listen, man. All of these celebrities are butthurt. They read y'all comments. They see what y'all saying about them. They watch y'all videos. And they know they wrong. And so instead of humbling themselves and thinking that they can do something differently by start taking advice or stop being so public with every single piece of information just because you got social media and think that people are supposed to substantiate how you feel, or looking for 100% support even if you're doing the wrong thing or you're setting the wrong example and don't want the criticism that come along with it, don't mean that we care, nor should we, about how you feel about how we feel. Listen, if you don't like it, and you've been doing this way too long to not understand it, then stop publicly sharing all information that does not necessarily serve you. More importantly, I think that y'all should continue to have opinions on things that people publicly share. This is not something that was supposed to be hidden. This is something that she talked about openly. She continues to talk about it. She continues to go on these shows. And just because all of the feedback is not 100% positive, now she's feeling butthurt talking about, I've moved on next. No, you haven't, because you continue to talk about what serves you. It was just the interview that was released just the other day, which is one of the reasons why you keep stoking the fires. And the minute that you focus more on the things that actually serve you, like continuing to be great at whatever it is that you do for a living, then that's what people will start to talk about. And you will be yesterday's news as far as your relationship is concerned. There will be somebody else that does something, that didn't overshare something, and then they're going to have to be brought to the front of the congregation also. But we don't care about how you feel. We're not going to sit here and feel sorry for you. We're not going to move on as long as you continue to share information. We are going to dissect it. And if you share something that's good, that has some insight, we're going to give you your flowers as a result of it. But you are not absolved of the criticism just because you are Tia Mowry. I don't know where you thought that you were better than anybody else. You human just like everybody else. And you are on social media just like everybody else. And you having a platform means that you have to be more responsible for your words. And if not, there are people that are going to hold you accountable as a result of it. Or at the very least, they're going to have an opinion and they're going to criticize what it is that you say. So stop feeling butthurt. Pull your big girl panties up. You obviously are not over it because you're still talking about it. And if you don't want people to talk about it, then stop sharing your opinion on relationships about how women should be able to do stuff when they want to do it, instead of being responsible of how it is that they are to their family and their community. That's a fact, though. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Do you think that Tia Mowry is validated by this post and that we should start moving on from the things that she keeps sharing publicly? Or do you think that it's conducive for us to have a conversation based off of the things that people are sharing, especially when they're influencers and public figures? Just curious. I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong. Again, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, get that Tej Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to see y'all on Fight Club and the Millionaire Morning Show in the morning. Deuces.